The Africa Climate Caravan has called for improved budgetary provisions to tackle the devastation caused by climate change in the country. The Executive Director of Global Initiative for Food Security and Ecosystem Preservation, also known as GSEP, David Terungwa, made this known in Abuja at a roadwalk and arts exhibition to create awareness on the dangers and losses caused by climate change. Edidion Akpanuko reports.
The event, which comprised of an art exhibition and a road walk to raise an awareness on the dangers of climate change, had stakeholders and students from various schools of Abuja in attendance. Organizers of the event say the event will raise awareness and encourage youngsters to play key roles in protecting the environment in their communities.
We're all aware of how the floods impacted the country so badly. We lost people, over 600. So many households are still living in internally displaced persons camps. It is an issue of climate finance. We need money to tackle all of this. Good enough, the federal government has been signatory to all the international programs from the Paris Agreement. We now have the Climate Change Act. We have done a lot of policies, but what I think is lacking is the real action on the ground. For example, with the floods that took place, the response was very poor. It took weeks before help could get to people, especially in the states. And as the country goes into the presidential elections 2023, it is very important to interrogate the candidates to know who clearly has that climate action plan, considering the importance of climate change on our economy and on us as a people. We know that we are not the cause of this problem, but we cannot continue to wait for the global north countries to give us money. While we wait, our people are already impoverished. You see, the young people told us, they clearly understand that the flooding took completely most of the farmlands. It shows that next year there is impending danger of hunger, coupled with the crisis between Russia and Ukraine affecting grain supply throughout the world. So what do we need to do as a country? Our people need to build resilience. We cannot continue to wait for climate finance from the international organizations and the developed countries. With the little we have, what can we do? We need to invest in climate smart agriculture. If we know that floods will come every year and wipe our farms, why don't we farm during the dry season? Why don't we build small earth dams? Why don't we teach our farmers that it is wrong to build houses, to farm on flood plains? And this is part of the reason why we're organizing this, to continuously demand for climate justice, to continue to raise awareness.
The project coordinator of the African Activists for Climate Justice, Kenneth Apan, called on the National Assembly to improve budgetary allocation to tackle climate and environment challenges affecting Nigerians. He calls on unity among African states, urging them to speak in unison in order to draw global attention to the devastation being caused by climate change on the continent.
Nigeria needs at least 100 billion naira to even approach this flood issues as we see. Right now, there have been so many commitments by Nigerian government in putting policies in place to see that the Climate Change Act is being implemented. But here we want to see more action being done. It is a laudable approach by the government, but we want to see boots on ground. We want to see activities. Like the flooding just exposed us to the fact that the resilience, the preparedness, the response has been very poor. We need resilience. We need to teach our people to be ready. And also the government has to also be ready, because that is where we don't have an advantage compared to the developed countries. We are talking about preparedness to handle these climate change issues. So loss and damage and climate financing comes to prepare us for such emergencies, just like we had this year. So we need so much money. It cannot be quantified, but 100 billion can be where to start from. And this is what we are demanding for, even as we go to COP. We want to see more of climate finance. Instead of giving loans and grants to African countries like Nigeria, we want to see it come through more like a support in climate financing.
Various students from Government Secondary School in Abuja called on Nigerians to take care of their forests as it is important to life and the ecosystem. They urged the public to shun the felling of trees, saying it should be discouraged at all levels.
So when we cut down trees, the carbon that they sink into their bodies, like into their stems, are being released out. So the carbon goes up to the layers, the ozone layer, and depletes it. When the ozone layer is depleted, the rays from the sun becomes hotter. It causes everything to just go astray. When the atmosphere is hot, the evaporation rate of the water is high, causes high rainfall. Much rainfall causes flood, erosion. When we have flood, you can't go to school. No, it's not just possible. You go to school under heavy rain or in a flooded area. As you can see here, coming back from school, and then the place is flooded. He's carrying his bag on his head. They are using their bike to walk home because they can't ride a bike in the water. Here is a farmland that is being spoiled by water. No food, no hunger strike. That's what we call it in school, hunger strike. So we are afraid of all these effects.
The causes of these climate changes are due to all these fuel, gases, industries around us, all this throwing of papers, everything, littering our environment can also be a cause of climate change, because most of the things we throw on the floor are not unhealthy to our society. And climate change also involves in agriculture. It has to do with the aspect of agriculture. When our soil is being polluted, it has to do with erosion, and we can't farm on it. Nothing can be. When a road is damaged, it can't be fixed again. Even if we refill it, the nutrients in the soil is already gone. So what's the essence? Agriculture is the main deal. And if our soils have erosions, then how are we going to plant? We are surely going to starve one day. And we are running out of money, one. Two, we are running out of food to eat. Very soon, we'll soon be naked and sheltered. If there was a way we could refill those lands that had erosions, and if there was a way we could smoothen our roads and straighten them up, and if we could build more and stronger fences and use concrete, cement, and do a neat work. The builders sometimes used to do what you want their work. They like using fake products. If we could use the right method of ways to do things, I'm sure that climate change will not really affect us like that. And even if it did, we surely have a solution.
Students also can help. We can help in making policies and agreements with rural and urban areas. We can agree to do something like, okay, like let me say now, to provide a project for clean energy. When they are being able to provide or to build infrastructures that can clean or take care of the environment, it can also reduce climate change.
Another exhibitor from Government Secondary Technical College, Gariki, Teso Silas, urged Nigerians to imbibe the habit of recycling plastic products in a bid to reduce the impact of plastic waste in the environment.
If there's no food in this Nigeria that we are, there will definitely be hunger, and Nigeria is already in hardship. So if we should join this particular flood of a case, and with the hardship we have in Nigeria, what is going to become of we, the Nigerians? And I felt like if I should put this and many people stand up with me and hold on, we'll be able to eliminate this climate change, because there are many solutions to this, like recycling. In my school there, we recycle many things like interlock, making of multipurpose window, which has hot air blower and cold air blower. That is our project that we're looking into. So I do believe that if everyone should stand up and put hands together to fight this climate change, we all be able to eliminate it.
Edidion Apanuko, reporting for Development Nigeria TV.